Last week, we began talking about the number 2. They practiced writing the number 2 in their Learning Without Tears book. So they already have that completed here at school. We talked about the number 2, how we can represent it using fingers, how we can represent using pictures. We also talked about how looking at dice and being able to say, oh, that's 2 without having to count. That's one of our objectives that we have to do for our creative curriculum is have the children be able to look at dice and be able to recognize how many dots there are without having to count. So we talked about the number 1. Last week we talked about the number 2. They practiced writing the number 2 in their Learning Without Tears book. To make the number 2, it is a big curve line across. And then they counted the 2 chicks as well. And then last week they also worked in their small Learning Without Tears book that goes with the number 2. And so we read it together, 2 chicks. And they practiced writing the numbers 2, and then they got to review the number 1. These books are still here at school. Here's the number 2, and then they got to learn a little nursery rhyme about 2 birds. 2 little dicky birds sitting on a wall. One named Peter and one named Paul. Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter. Come back, Paul. 2 little dicky birds sitting on a wall. One named Peter and one named Paul. 1 camel, 2 humps. 1 bicycle, 2 wheels. 2 hands. We have the left hand and the right hand. 2 socks and 2 shoes. And we've done this nursery rhyme many times throughout the year already. 1, 2, tie my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen. 2 sides, 2 turtles. 1 baby turtle, alone and new, finds a friend, and then there are 2. This is the page we have not done here at school yet. So you can kind of look at this and you can practice at home. 2 cups, have 2 cups up, 1 cup up, 1 cup down, 1 cup top, 1 cup bottom, 1 cup inside, 1 cup outside. So you can go ahead and do that with your child, working on those positional words, which is also another objective that we need to cover at school. And then we have our ant song. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching 2 by 2. The little one stops to tie his shoe, and they all go marching down into the ground to get out of the rain. Boom, 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 boom. And then they practiced counting the ants. And what I do is I make sure that they do touch each ant as they are counting. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we also did a Jack Hartman YouTube video talking about the number 2 and the different ways that we can represent the number 2.